Boston cream.
That's the one with the cream in the middle.
Yeah.
Not sure if I want to go that route.
Pretty sus.
Run that back, turbo. Tú puedes cogerlo, macaron, yo no te pido, no llores.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, and welcome to Students in Spanish Getting Refreshments. Today, I have two slightly below average guests who will be helping us break down the preterite form of Spanish verbs. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Well, I'm an illegal immigrant from Mexico. I made my whole career off innovative techniques such as Google Translate and in some cases Gustavo Stein.
Well, I for one pride myself on doing 100% of my own classwork.
How's that going?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, so, what do we talk about what you're studying right now?
Oh, right now we're going over the preterito.
What's that?
Hey Siri, what's the preterito and when do you use it?
Here's what I found on the web for what's the preterito and when do you use it.
Alright, so how would you conjugate something in the preterito?
Well, there are lots of rules you have to follow to conjugate verbs in the preterito, but the most common conjugation is for verbs ending in AR.
The rule for regular AR verb endings is to change AR to E in the first person, to aste in the second person, O in the third person, and aron in the second person plural. In the Sotros form, the ending will always remain as amos.
Wow, this is intriguing stuff. You know, I can already tell that our dedicated 8 viewers have only checked their phones 11 and a half times so far. But, you said that was only one way to conjugate the preterito. What's another one?
Well, the rule is actually a tad bit different for the regular ER and IR verbs. The ER or IR ending changes to E in the first person, iste in the second person, EO in the third person, and eron in the plural third person. But remember, keep the Sotros form the same for AR verbs and just change it to emos for ER and IR verbs.
But it's important to remember that all verbs ending with CAR, GAR, and ZAR have a specific change in the yo form. For CAR verb endings, change it to K. For GAR verb endings, change it to gay. And for ZAR verb endings, change it to say.
Alright, sounds good. Can I please have a... Can I please have a small steep tea?
Can I get a medium steep tea and a Boston cream?
Sorry, a medium steep tea, is
Yes.
What's in the tea?
1 cream, 1 sugar. 1 cream, 1 sugar, please.
Yes, what kind of tea?
Can I get anything else?
Tristan, what do you want?
Can I get a chocolate chip muffin and a small steep tea, please?
Chocolate chip muffin and a
Small steep tea.
small steep tea?
Yeah.
Anything in it?
Uh,
Just black?
yes, please. Alright.
Come to 6:31.
Alright, thank you. Alright, and we're back. So, before we go, is there anything else you'd like to educate the people about?
Well, there are a couple more rules I think people should know about. One of them is what to do when conjugating regular verbs at stem change. Stem changing words ending in IR in the preterite only change in third person. O changes to U and E changes to I. For example, pedir changes to pedio and pedieron in the third person. AR and ER boot verbs are conjugated like non-boot verbs in the past tense, and they don't have a stem change, so don't worry about them.
There's also a list of irregular verbs that have irregular stem changes.
There's no set rule for these, so you just gotta memorize them.
The list goes as follows.
I think people also need to know a little bit about the verbs decir, traer, traducir, and conducir. These 4 verbs have unique stem changes in the beginning, but end the same as regular verbs in the preterito. Decir would turn its stem into dij, traer would turn into trash, traducir would turn into traduce, and conducir would turn into conduce.
And we're back yet again to learn the final rule you need to know to conjugate the Spanish preterito.
The final rule is for when you conjugate irregular verbs such as ir, ser, dar, ver, and hacer in the L form.
This is another one of them rules that you just have to memorize. Ir and ser turn to fui, dar turns to dio, ver to vio, and hacer to hizo.
Alright. Thank you for coming on my show, Students in Spanish Getting Refreshments. We may or may not be back for a second episode, but yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.